Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Kenan Memorial Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, and basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So North Carolina's offense will get the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Paul.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff to the lone back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Back to throw, it's Harrell. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UNC.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So NC State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. It's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Off play action. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll try to pop the draw. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow on defense. Third and long, you got them right where you want them. You know it's a pass coming. Oh, no, it's not. They fool you. They run the football, make a play. One of the most frustrating plays as a defensive player.
They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Line getting set on second down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back, and you'll get some water inside.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Comes out throwing on first down. Going up top. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The option look. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Splits the uprights. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So instead of having a first down, they'll back it up. The offensive pass interference that defenses everywhere wish would be called more often. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Complete downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Harrell. Right down the middle. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back, it's Hamilton. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And they spike it to stop the clock. Now on second down. To throw, it's Harrell. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Harrell. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And I love the quarterback's approach. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Release to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. This time he's got his man. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season. The
kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Just feeds the running back. Spins away from the defender. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. From the gun, the ground game. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Trying play action. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He breaks a tackle. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. He's going to pass. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They go to the draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Going for it all. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll pitch it. Shakes off the tackler. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes.
Makes the catch on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Moving out of the pocket. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Harold. Now improvising. Fires downfield. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Going up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Caught over the middle, it's Rodgers. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. It's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
This defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, them camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Got his man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Here's